Gotti, hard body, Gotti's world, we some mob bosses. Tune in, don't just come across. We do it all, y'all just for the talk. Might lose your mind when you hear these topics, no cap, think about it. Who you know going this hard, all real, always think about it. Best interview, who is this? We don't do all this, that entrepreneurship. Come and link you on the viewership. Education, relationships, businesses, view the clips. This the Midwest takeover, going overtime to invent on focus. Bringing guests in from all over, whole lot of game, we don't need a closer. Gotti, hard body, Gotti's world, we some mob bosses. Turn them L's to lessons, we don't do the losses. Dedication daily, ain't no other options. Booking up these slots on every show we plotting. Pull up a chair, make sure you watching. Subscribe, get them notifications popping. Pull up all the champagne, we gon' get it poppin'.
Yeah, what's going on, y'all? This your boy Gotti on the Gotti's World Show. I am back. I told y'all I was coming. Y'all ain't gonna have too many, in-betweens or nothing like that. I'm here. I'm locked in. And I'm bringing y'all the dopest guest, man. I'm talking about young blood. You know what I mean? When I say this young brother here, man, I'm so excited to, lock in with him and understand exactly who he is. I got an actor in here, y'all. He's an actor. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all niggas acting like y'all got podcasts and y'all doing what y'all supposed to. Let me stop. Let me bring it down. But I do have an actor, young blood, man. Great talent. And, man, we've been locking in back and forth through the text, for, what, about a couple months now?
Yes.
Yeah.
About like 2.
Yeah. So we finally locked in, man, locked everything in, and now we here. But before I gotta let y'all see this clip, man, because he's in a new film that's coming soon. Line him up. You know what I'm saying? Line them up. Mm-hmm. Just like he finna line up all these roles. Go ahead and hit that dro.
You just set me up to line them up for us. Hey, listen. This shit don't benefit you at all. This shit by us. How the fuck you doing? Come on, man. Please. Relax, bro.
Listen to me! I'm not going in no fucking trunk!
Damn, man, it's like that.
Nigga, shut the fuck up.
Man, you got that dog in you. Damn right I do. You sure about that? Wait. Hold on, man. What the fuck y'all niggas got going on?
We gon' line them up. We gon' line them up. You know what I do.
Okay, y'all seeing it. Give it up for my man, Bobby Dixon the third. What's happening?
Hey,
clap it up.
What's up, man? How you doing?
What's happening, brother?
I can't complain, man. I'm blessed.
How you feel, man?
Man, just, taking one day at a time.
As you should.
Just taking it one day at a time.
Yes, indeed, bro. But look, man, I'm so happy to have you here, bro.
Appreciate
because I haven't actually, well, I have, but I really want to get into the acting space now, especially with us coming out of the world coming out of the shutdown.
Yeah.
Shut down with the the writers and the actors and
strike.
things like the strike. You know what I mean? And I want to see how that kind of even affected you, but also turned you up a little bit, but also just got into the individual bag because they can't do nothing mainstream, so or they couldn't promote things. And I wanted to see how you felt about that and if you worried about stuff like that. But just get into you, man. Get into you to see where you come from and all that. So I don't know if you've seen the show, but how I start this show is in the morning before you get up. How do you center yourself? How do you lock in before you start your day, before you put them clothes on and step outside to this world? How you lock in, bro?
Well, me, I'm a religious man. I'm a Christian.
Okay.
I'm not ashamed to say that out loud to anybody.
Don't be.
So, I mean, how I start off my day is, I go straight to, praying. I read my Bible. I read different pastures of whatever I'm going through during that day, or whatever vibe I'm feeling that morning. If I'm feeling already off rip, good, positive, I spread the positivity into myself even more so I could spread it out to other people throughout the rest of that day. Because at the end of the day, you never know who you gonna come across to.
That's
you know
a
what
fact.
I'm saying?
That's a fact.
And you never know, like, at the end, especially in this industry, you know, you got eyes watching you. You know, you never know.
Times.
And so you never know whose vibe you could change, you know, through what you do.
Yeah.
So I try to be, you know, even though not every day is gonna be 100% good, but you know, I try to be the best positive person that I could be.
Yeah.
Not for myself, but just, you know, for my family, my friends, you know, even people that my fans, even people that support me.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things I do in the morning for sure.
That's dope because energy travels, good and bad. You know what I mean? So you gotta be prepared and you gotta be ready for it because, man, just like that, you know, things could happen, and you know, if you ain't in the right mindset, shit can go left.
It definitely can. You know,
Yeah.
I'm pretty, and we all have definitely been through it.
For
But
real.
you know, what I've learned in my life is, you know, how to manage it and how to go about it, even when things do go bad. Because when people go through some stuff, some people will break down, some people would just like panic and just like be like, I can't do it, and I try my best to not really let the enemy, you know, temptation, let evil to, you know, corrupt me, to break me down, and, you know, stop me from my game, from doing what I got to do. Because at the end of the day, you know, I'm striving for greatness, and you know, if you want to achieve greatness, you know, you sometimes gotta be disciplined and tell yourself, you know, you can't let like small stuff stop you. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to tell. Yeah, I'm my biggest like motivation, honestly.
I like that. Something that I did pick up, just, you know what I'm saying, just the energy between me and you, just even with you talking like that, I love, you know what I'm saying, how you able to, you know, convey that and, you know, express that, you know, that feeling and, you know, just that energy. But even though a question that popped in my head that I want to ask you, do you feel like you're walking in your purpose right now? Do you feel like that? Because just in a way, you seem kind of a little bit soft-spoken.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You feel real conserved, but I know different when people are actually walking in it and they really just, you know, they locked in with God and they just really are honed in. It's a little bit of, you know, vibrato in there. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit of you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, it could come out on occasions, but I'm just like, I'm a very chill individual, and everybody that knows me knows that. Like, you don't really see me like get out of my character like that often. If you do, that's you don't want to be around for real. Just close your doors.
It can get violent.
It could get real rowdy out here in these streets. But nah, man, I'm just a positive, loving type of individual, bro. I don't be into no nonsense. I stay away from it as much as possible. I love to just be around good, positive energy. And like if you you know, bringing negative energy around me, I cut it out quickly. You know, I just don't need nothing to stop me from being myself, you know. So I just try to be, you know, as far as like showing a purpose, I just try to follow by example, you know, because, you know, at the end of the day, you know, you got people, like I said before, you got people looking at you. So you gotta, not trying to put on a front, but, you know, just be your natural born self. And this is me. This is what you see on social media, what you see in person. This is me. There ain't no.
Oh, you look live. You know what I'm saying? I see all the pictures, little cool ass pictures on there. I'm like, okay, he a dresser. You know what I'm saying?
And everybody tell me that too, but I generally be thinking, I just be throwing clothes on. I don't even try. I don't even plan it out. They be like, "Oh, Bobby, well, you the drip king, today." I'm like, I'm just being me, man. I'm just chilling.
See, I see that too. You know what I'm saying? Maybe want to tuck my shit in. You know what I'm saying? Maybe want to tuck it in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I try to on that too a little bit.
Nah, I feel you. So, exactly where you from, man? Let them know exactly where you from, and you know, what was it like growing up in, you know, a household? I don't know if you had, you know, two parents, one parent. You know, let them know.
So I am from East Chicago, Indiana.
Okay.
Represent the 219 proudly.
You heard?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I did have two parents in the household.
Dope.
Growing up, I'm gonna be honest. Like growing up, it was very interesting. I'll use that word. I was the only child it's just like me, my mom, my dad.
I'm the only child too, brother.
You know,
yes, sir.
it get a little, you know, during the time I was very spoiled. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit still spoiled, not as much. But
embrace that
a little bit.
No, in this interview, all that humble shit is out the door. No, we are who we are, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We gonna keep that. Say that shit out loud. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm still a little spoiled to this day, but you know, hey. At the same time, I still get it my own way. It's at the same time, so I'm gonna say that too.
I just learned how to get out my own way. Just learned it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, some people, you know, it be till I'm gonna be honest. It be family members in my family. They 60, they still spoiled. So like, I look at me, I'm like, hey, I don't think it's that bad.
I mean, you're in the right time zone right now, sir. How old are you?
24.
24. Okay, so you got a lot of life to live right now.
Yep, 24.
So how, as a kid, like, what did that look like, and what are some of the morals that your parents put in you to even get you to this point? What some of the things that you hold on to?
Well, honestly, like my parents, I'm gonna be honest, like my parents, and I never said this to them to their face, but they was like some go-getters. Like, you know, they were my biggest two supporters out of anybody in this world. Like, honestly, even though I do have like other family members that support it, but like my mom and my dad, they were like the main two that like never ever in their life told me like I couldn't do it. You know, even if I failed, they still wanted me to still try. You know, and you know, just having that love from your own parents, you know, it definitely, you know, put that in me, you know, God's willing, whenever I have children, you know, to put that into them. Because, you know, I had people, even in my family, that was like, no, don't do acting. That's stupid. That's unrealistic, you know. So, like, I'd never tell anybody that ever. Yeah. And I don't care who. And that's good. And the thing is with me, man, it's like, you never know, you know, if you don't try. Like, just the thought of you not trying to achieve it is like crazy to me. So it's like you're just like allowing a whole other person, whether they didn't try to achieve their dreams or not, or whether they just hating, or whether they just whatever the case. It's like I can never allow somebody else to just have that power over my life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So because people will portray their fears on you. Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? That's definitely has happened throughout my life, for sure. Man, you can't do that. No, nigga. You can't do and that. You know, I'm gonna be so honest. Like when I first started, how I first started into acting, I was like my freshman year of high school. Okay. And I can't remember her name for the life of me, but it was my English teacher. And you know, I was in high school. I was freshman in high school. You know, dudes. You know, I was on the basketball team, you know, we just focus on like hooping and talking to girls, kicking it, whatever. Yeah. So, my English teacher, she started doing the acting stuff for the school, and I don't even remember how. I didn't even audition for it. I think she just gave it to me, to the top of my memory. But she gave me like the lead role for a play. The play was called The Light in the Library, and the character was named Mr. Stevenson, and he was a Scottish character. Okay. So at that time, I was like. At first, I was like, "No, that's stupid. I don't. What I look like playing a Scottish character? I don't know nothing about Scottish." But then, like, the more like I thought about it, I was like, actually, the more I kept reading the script, I was like, "This low-key interested in me." I was like, maybe I should like give it a shot. And I actually like really was tapped in. I actually like looked up on like how to do the accent, or like how Scottish people walk, how they talk, like what's their mannerisms. I did all the information. I looked it up. So you dived into the role. Yeah, I definitely did. Gotcha. And so, come to the play, you know, it was a packed out play, and you know, after the play, everybody just gave me like a amount of love. They was like, "Bobby, like you did amazing. Like you did good. Like you should. Have you ever thought of doing acting?" Or like, you know, it was like much people, even like people that I never in my dreams thought it would support that at that time would come up to me and be like, "Hey, you should do that. You should do that. Like you good as hell. Like you should good." Like so, ever since then, I just like I never looked back. And that was what this was in 2015. Yeah. And we in 2024. So now I'm 9 years into my career of being an actor. I love that. I love that, man. That's how I started off for real. It was literally through high school, through a role that just gave it to me and just never looked back.
So I believe in everything comes to you when it's supposed to come to you. No matter how it gets there, it gets there. You know what I mean? So that opportunity or somebody actually seeing something in you, you know what I'm saying, sparks something within yourself to make you go further into your purpose. You know what I mean? So it had to happen the way it's supposed to happen.
And like as I'm getting older, and I say this a lot, but I am this, and a lot of older adults say this, that I'm very mature for my age at 24. Yeah. Because I've been through a lot of crap just in the age of 24 that, like, some people will look at me and be like, dang, you really went through that, Bobby? That's crazy that you still here, like, still striving. So I do feel like everything happens for a reason. Like God's purpose for you on this earth is for a reason. Even though you may not know what it is at this point in time, but sure enough, you're gonna figure it out. Just like learn to be patient with yourself and with him. You know, don't ever rush nothing. That's one thing that I've learned the hard way. And don't get me wrong, I'm still learning, but like learning to be patient, waiting for my timing for everything that I'm trying to fully achieve. Well,
you know, you'll never stop learning. And the day you stop learning, that's the day you die.
Yeah.
So even when you come in saying like I've been through a lot, like break that down, because I know it's I know we jump from the parents to being a child, but also
and which it goes back to the parent thing. So one of the drastic things that happened to me. So my father passed in 2017. Junior in high school. Funny thing is, so my birthday is on the 5th of November.
Okay.
And a week later he passed.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was 17, literally turned into 18. Then a week later passed. So that and then on top of it all, that same year earlier, my uncle passed. My mom's brother, he died from ALS. And if anyone knows ALS, it's basically like a second version of cancer.
Yeah.
But just a little more to extent with it. And in that same year, like, I blew my knee out
from the ball.
Yeah, I tore my ACL and my meniscus, so I couldn't play. I couldn't hoop for the second half of the season.
Shit.
So like, and then my mom. Even though I'm throwing a bunch of like stuff at you right now, but
no. I'm
also growing up, like my mom, she ever since I can remember, she was dealing with cancer throughout like the course of all my high school. Yeah. And not even but middle school and high school.
Yeah.
So, and she was always in and out of the hospital, had to do radiation. She was, in and out of surgery. So like, it was a lot of things that like, and at the same time, it was a point like me, and with all that before my dad passed, like we weren't really like, we were a family, but we weren't really a family. You know what I'm saying?
Was it because of all the emotional turmoil that was going on?
Yeah, yeah, it was just like a lot. Like my mom, my dad, they they had their little situations between their marriage, and then I'm a preteen going into teenager, dealing with my feelings,
finding yourself,
finding myself too. So it was just like, it was a lot of static in the house, growing up. But we definitely, like, and the thing is with me, I don't sugarcoat, and I don't try to hide nothing. Yeah. I like to be honest. Like we would like put on a front. It's especially when we used to go to like my mom cousin's house sometimes, for the family gatherings, we would literally pretend like we all kumbaya. But when we get back to the crib, it was just we wouldn't speak. And the thing is with me, like, I've learned to heal myself from the situation, but before my dad passed, we really wasn't on good terms. Like, and I can remember the night so clear. I was, it was season opener of my junior year of high school. He used to work at the mill, so he really couldn't like go to the games like that.
He was a hard worker. He has different shifts.
Yeah. So, but my mom was there,
Gotcha.
Throughout the times that when she wasn't like in and out of the hospital. So I really didn't see them like that. Like they were there on occasions when they could, whenever.
I get that.
I didn't really. I didn't take it to heart too much, but sometimes, you know, I kind of was like, I see all my friends, you know, their family.
It's like a damn.
Yeah,
Like,
it really was. It was like
was-
a damn moment, but you know, I didn't really speak about it. You know,
held it in.
I kind of at that time, you know, I didn't really talk about like
That's
what was
only
going
that's
wrong.
only kids that's our only children. We don't have really nobody to talk to.
Yeah, we don't. I still
We
don't.
Me neither,
I still don't.
Bro.
I literally, y'all might think it's crazy, but I literally talk to myself, bro. I literally, like, I don't like talk out loud, but I literally be like in my head, like just talking to myself,
All the
like
time.
just whether if it's good or bad or stupid, I talk to myself
Let it go.
the most.
And also, even with that, even just being older,
Yeah,
just with me being older, I know where you're at, and so therefore, even when you got an issue, you try to solve it yourself because it's like the trust factor,
Yeah.
is not really there.
you know, that's definitely
So therefore,
definitely it.
so therefore, you lock into yourself because you feel like you're the only person that's gonna fix
And I feel
your
like
issue.
you find out more about yourself when you do that.
Yeah.
And I trust me, man. I'm 24 and I know so much about myself. Like right now, I know so much about myself.
36, bro. Believe me, I've been where you are going and at now.
Yeah, and then on top of it all, being in this industry too. So like, you know, growing up in the hood, and then you know, also being like the celebrity. My family said this a lot. Being the celebrity out the family. You know, it definitely takes a toll on you. It can, on occasions.
Let me stop you right there. And I know what you mean, as far as with like the celebrity thing.
Yeah.
But it's just you're the risk taker. You're
Yeah.
the one that's doing something out of the norm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's just like they can't fathom or they didn't go far, and not a shot, you know,
Nah,
at
yeah,
family or
not at
anything
all.
like that. But you did something out of the norm that people was probably like, "Oh, okay, just doing something," until it was actually something.
Until it actually got done.
Yes,
It's just like me, and I'm not knocking like my family
No.
who's done it like 30 plus years, like my grandma, my grandparents, but I just never like viewed my life. I've never viewed my life ever in life as a quote unquote normal life. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, you know, just doing a 9 to 5, going to college, you know, which I've done it,
Mhm.
but I felt miserable every time.
Yeah, it was
Like,
boring.
every
You
time
was missing something.
Yeah, and it was like I never enjoyed it. So and it was like, nah, bump all that. I'm actually gonna chase my dreams. Like, I just wouldn't want to like live, like go work at a job for 30 years and feel miserable and look back and be like, dang, I never really did what I Bobby Dixon III wanted to do. I never want to live in regret. If the not wishing it on me, but if the Lord was to take me home today, I would be going home with a smile because I was doing what I love to do. I'm doing everything that I set myself out to do.
That. I love that. I
You
love that. With and we gonna jump in and jump out of this. With the passing of, you know, your father, and just the things that was going on with your mom, what type of emotional, you know, mental state were you at? You know what I'm saying? And where were you at spiritually around that time? Even as being a young man.
The thing is, man, I was kind of blessed that I was still in school that it happened. Because I still, you know, I was still around my friends, and you know, I was still going to church. Because like, especially like my close friend, they definitely kind of grabbed me even closer to the word. But yeah, that's what kind of literally saved me. But I was still like, I don't deal with it as much, but that's where like things like my depression kicked in a lot more, my anxiety, especially when I had like the surgery. Cause like I keep in mind, man, I couldn't do anything. I'm literally like, I was stuck at home for like a whole 2 months during school year. They let me stay home. Like I was on crutches. I couldn't really walk. Like imagine like my mom, she's literally having to carry me and take me to the shower to wash me. I couldn't do literally nothing for myself. And on top of it all, my love and passion was basketball. I couldn't even hoop.
Yeah.
So like I'm just sitting at home, literally in pain every day, and can't do nothing. So that's where
Yeah.
the depression really kicked in for real. And
Yeah.
on top of it all, it had to literally happen months prior to losing my dad.
Yeah.
So it was just like a lot. But honestly, like at the time, like the people that I was cool with, like my friends, you know, even my teachers that teach, they were all like tap in, you know, show support and love. So that's what literally kind of held me, you know, 50-50.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah,
I got you.
So.
Even with well, okay, let's do it like this. How did you come up out of that? How did you, you know, find a light at the end of the tunnel? Like, how did you even come up out of that and say, okay, cool, let me either pivot or let me,
You know, I've just learned to like adapt to certain situations at that time. That's when I kind of got out of my shell from being like not say scared, but just kind of just like I was put on a front, you know, for people. Like I was kind of at that time I was like put on the front for the people who thought of me a certain way, and I felt like I had to like keep that image.
that gets tired?
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I wasn't being myself, so I was like, nah, bump that and bump y'all. Like I'm being me. If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you.
What was the moment? What was the moment, and what was the click that said, "Let me just let all this off. This is who I am."
It was
right now.
that summer, junior year going into senior year. Cause you know, I was at that time, even though we wasn't saying it at that time, I was standing on business. But
Standing on business.
yeah,
I love that damn song. I love that song. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was standing on business, man, and it's like, yeah, man. At that time, you know, I was back moving. I was back I was back in the gym, you know, getting my grind back on for this my senior year,
Yeah.
the last hoop year after I go into the real world.
Yeah.
You know, I was just ready. I was ready to turn up on people, bro, because it was like a lot of people, even still to this day. And I feel like versus to 2019 to 2024, Bobby, this Bobby, I'm 24 in the year 2024. I'm in Kobe Bryant mode this year.
That's a big statement.
Yeah, I'm literally, and I've been telling everybody I'm on Mamba mentality all year this year. Like if you like in basketball analogy, if you coming at me while I'm trying to go in for the lane, I'm dunking on you. Like I'm going crazy. But yeah, that year, that was like when I was just like I kind of made peace with the situation that my dad's not here physically, but he's still here in me. You know, he's never gonna leave that, and I had to learn that. And what really helped is because that's when I started going to therapy.
Ooh, therapy.
Yeah,
young man in therapy, talking to a stranger, opening their emotions and their thoughts. What does that look like?
a healing factor. And
Scared?
At first, yeah, because you know, growing up in the hood, you weren't really raised to like have like therapy. What the heck is that?
East Chicago the hood? This is me. I'm thinking Indiana.
You would think, well, you know Gary, right?
Right.
That's right down the street, dang near. So
keep going with your story.
And
Go ahead, bro.
The projects ain't there no more. They tear it down, but
keep going with your story. So you know, who am I?
You good? But yeah, but like growing up in the environment that I was, well, I still am in, but like we wasn't really taught to like, we was taught to really thug it out. You know, we weren't even talk. Black men weren't really taught to really talk about your feelings, whether if it was about a girl, about somebody passing.
You just figure the shit out.
You just thug it out and figure it out.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you now see people open up more.
Yeah.
And now people are comfortable opening up more.
Some people are comfortable. Some people lean on it. Some people, you know what I'm saying, it is a cool factor to say, or that's a emotional crutch that people sit on to, as they would say, not deal with their shit. If You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. No, you're definitely not wrong. And I definitely do promote therapy if you need it. Like that's the way I look at therapy is it's like you're trying to better yourself.
Yes.
You're trying to get better as an individual for you, not for other people in the world, but for you. And that's the way I look at it. So it's like, and you know, therapy has definitely over these last 4 years, it definitely has made me better for sure. Because without it, I wouldn't be the man that you talking to right now. I'm gonna be so for real, like, cause I was a wreck when the first day I started. I was a wreck. I was all over the place. I didn't know who the heck I was for real. And I was just like into dumb stuff. Like with my friends, we would just be doing stupidity things, and it's like, yeah, I can't keep living like that. So I gotta change, do something.
It got old fast.
Yeah, it definitely
even though
did.
you made peace with some of the things and was dealing with family and dealing with losses and things like that, you still was just like, all right, I gotta find myself because the road, and you probably caught it early. You probably saw it like, this ain't finna go the way I think it's finna go. So let me go ahead and make a U-turn.
And then the funny thing is, like, when so like when I first started acting, that was in 2016. My dad died the next year, and then I kind of stopped acting.
I was about to say, where and all that from then hitting junior year, then hitting senior year, where did the acting go?
I stopped literally after he passed. I literally had like no motivation to like do it, because my dad was really like my prime motivation. Like anytime he would be like, oh, you got something new, oh, we finna go out, like let's go out, let's celebrate after getting, like, that was my motivation. So like when that wasn't here anymore, it was like, and I didn't really get it from nobody else, so it was like, I guess the quick dream just died that fast.
Yeah.
And so
yeah.
You know, I stopped for like a cool 2 years for real after that point, until like I would say after my dad died, I moved in with my uncle and my auntie, and that kind of brought back the spark of living with them and my cousins at that time.
Well, what happened to your mom? Like, what's going on?
She was still home, but it was just like we weren't really. We was just bumping heads too much at that time, so I was like, I gotta get away from you.
Oh, so did she send you there, or you?
No, I left. I left on my own. I didn't really. Like, we had a conversation about it, but it wasn't a positive conversation. So I just felt, and then the thing is, so I didn't tell you how. So how I found out, and I'll never forget this day. It was on a Friday. And like I said, my junior year, we were just starting a season opener for basketball.
Right.
And so that Friday we had a tournament, and we were leaving school early because we were like staying at a hotel. Like, we was all hyped about it.
Okay.
It was my junior year, first time on varsity. So like, I'm trying to turn up. So, and my dad, he always used to take me to school after he get off, because he used to work the night shifts. He would like, as soon as he get home, he would take me to school. I remember his whole routine still to this day. He would like take me to school, go back home, go to sleep, whatever. Probably go out if he had time. We'll probably grab something to eat after he picked me up or after practice, whatever. So that Friday, I woke up late, and he used to be mad every time I used to be waking up late from school. He did not like me being late to school. So I'm like, oh crap, like I'm late, even to be pissed. So I look outside, I see his car is here. So I'm like, that's odd. Like, he usually would have came in and like woke me up and started yelling at me. So so the way my house is set up, it's like 2 parts in it. My grandma stays downstairs, and we used to stay upstairs. But at this time in life, I was staying downstairs with my grandma.
Gotcha.
So I went upstairs, and I see both of them are asleep. So I first walk in my mom's room, and I'm like, Ma, like, what y'all doing? Y'all asleep. I gotta go. She was like, go in there, wake your daddy up. So I'm like, all right, fine. So I walk in the living room, and like, I was just stuck for like I couldn't even say anything. So I'm just like, just staring at him. Like, his body's literally just laying there. So like, the person who found him was me. And so for like a millisecond, I kind of got out of my body and really was just stared. And then
you said he was
lying there dead.
But I'm saying, did you think he was asleep or something?
No, he wasn't, because his eyes was like wide open.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, like the cover was over his whole body, but his head was still showing, and his eyes was blatantly wide open, and he was like chalk. His face was chalk white. So for like a second, I'm like just staring at him, and I'm like, I didn't even know what to say. But then like I kind of got back into the being for real, so I'm like screaming my mom. I'm like, ma. So she walks in there. As soon as she sees him, she's not really here anymore. So she's panicking, she's crying. She's not there. So she's not really. So I'm the one that's like trying to get everything situated. I'm like, Ma, you need to relax, chill out. Like she's dang near about to pass out at this point. So I'm like calling everybody. I'm calling the ambulance, calling the police. I'm literally, well, at the same time, while I'm like a what the F moment right now, but like I'm still getting everything situated. So I'm not really having a moment to really like, take it in for real.
Yeah.
So, but like
your
once
feelings, you gotta handle business.
So yeah, so like once the ambulance came, everybody, my grandma came, his mom. So everybody, ambulance. So that's when I had a moment, cause they went upstairs to did all they can do, and then once my grandma came, that's when I broke down and I started to cry. Yeah. And then what really made me start to cry is because the officer, he was black, I can't remember his name, but he was a black cop. And then he literally pulled me to the side, and he could tell like I was like, was wanting to cry, but I just didn't. Mm-hmm. But he pulled me to the corner, and he literally grabbed me by the shoulder, and he whispered in my ear. He was like, let it out. Yeah. Let it out right now. Yeah. And so I remember this day, bro. Like I literally bawled out, like cried, and he literally just like, and this is a stranger cop. He just literally hugged me. He was like, but he knew. And so that, like, still to this day, like I will never. That's a day, like, as much as it hurts to say it, still to this day to say the story again.
Got me over here like, bruh. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm like, come on now, wait, hold on, like, yeah, come on, bruh.
Yeah, man. So it's like that like. That's a day, and it's a lot of things that like I won't forget, but that's like the one thing like I can never forget. It's still like vividly I could tell you every step, everything on like how that day literally just changed my life entirely.
Do any as you get more experience, as you get more roles, as you get older, have you ever seen, or has a role come to where you had to tap into that yet, or tap into something remotely close, or you got to go back into it to get a feeling or get an expression out?
Yeah, actually, I just wrapped up on a play, just recently, that toward my character had to be emotional about it. Yeah, emotional in a scene, in a segment of the scene. And not even just that, but like honestly every character that I've portrayed so far, there's been a moment where there's an emotional part, a serious part in the scene that like where I kind of tap something that I've went through personally as Bobby. Mm-hmm. And I try to bring it in, whether if it's like being angry or being sad, whatever emotion that's rounded up to that. Yeah. I try to bring like a little segment of me into every character that I portray, honestly, anyway. Mm-hmm. And because I feel like when you do that, you get the real emotion out of that scene, out of the character that you're portraying in that moment.
Yes, sir.
Because crazy thing is, when I did the play, and it's a play, so you see it live. Yeah. It's not like you.
What's the play called?
It's called Waiting for Lefty.
Waiting for Lefty. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So like afterwards, a lady came up to me and they was like, Bobby, you did like really amazing. Like at that scene, like I really felt everything you were saying, and I honestly she started to cry, and I was like, and I kind of teared up, and I was like, that's crazy that that I can make somebody really get their emotions rattled up. But that's the beauty of acting, though. Like honestly, like if you the thing is though, if you able to get somebody to have that, you're doing your job right. That's the way I look at it.
Exactly. As long as you're able to capture emotion and things like that, then that's where it counts. Do you are you signed with the agency, or how did you go about, or do you have your credentials in order to actually become an actually professional?
Well, I am signed with an agency.
Okay.
I actually just recently got signed with them. Last month.
Okay.
Yes, I'm signed with Babes and Bowls, model and talent agency.
Okay. Have they have some people that, that what made you commit to them?
Yeah. So actually, how I got signed with them is through a friend. Shout out my boy Kevin Baker. He
shout out.
Yeah, he's already signed with them, and he kind of like shouted me out to them. So, and it kind of just made the process quicker. Honestly, I kind of knew of them already, but I didn't really look into them for real. Yeah. Until recently. So yeah, I'm signed with them, and they've so far it's been a good ride. So far, I can't complain.
Okay.
With them, it's all love.
Okay, let's get to the strike and things like that. With you, just not signing, but even though the strike has lifted from what I'm hearing and dabbling into, was that something that made you not commit before, or did it have a impact on you progressing to where you wanted to actually go?
Well, the strike it affect all actors, signed or not signed, because at the end of the day, there ain't no work
when nothing happening. But a lot of people was doing indies. Yeah. A lot of people was doing indies, and that's where straight over to Tubi.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's when Tubi really popped off even more. And the crazy thing is,
Tubi got some shit.
And the crazy thing is, the show is gonna be on Tubi too.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, line them up.
Yeah, line them up.
Okay, cool.
That will be on Tubi too. But the strike, it really. See, here's the thing. I am that's like my main job, but I also to promote it, I'm also a model as well. Okay. And I'm also a producer for a radio station.
Okay.
Which you already know, my boy.
Mainstream radio.
Mainstream radio.
Yeah, Lil John, stop it.
Yeah,
my man. Shout him out.
Lil John, shout out.
Yeah.
But yeah, so even when I wasn't like filming nothing acting wise, I was mainly doing a lot of modeling stuff, and then that's when me and him tapped in back with each other, and we started to work together at the radio station. So I was still out here in the streets, making some moves, getting my name out here even more, doing the other work that I do. It's just acting. At that time, I really put a pause on it, because at that time we really couldn't do nothing for real.
Yeah.
So that I still was busy, but as far as acting, I wasn't doing nothing until the strike just recently got done. So I was like, all right, let's get back on the grind. So
love that.
Yeah.
So what about the radio station that you love? What pulled you into that? How did he convince you to get over there and do that?
So it's funny. So I was living in Texas, and I moved to Texas in 2022 in the summer of June.
By yourself?
No, I was staying with my cousins at that time. Okay. Because I went to school out there. And so literally it was a year. I stayed there for like a year. So I literally moved back out here around the same time this past summer. And so I really tapped in. I just tapped back in with them. I was like, hey, bro. At first, it was just like me getting the interview on the station with them. Just, kind of get my feet back, fresh out in the Chicago area.
Yes, sir.
So, and then ever since then, we kind of just like stay locked. But funny thing is, a lot of people don't know that me and John known each other since like babies.
Okay.
Because so my grandma and his mom, they've been like BFFs since like before we were born. So like I would stay at his house in the projects some nights. They would sometimes stay at my house. We would go to church all the time. We was like always, we was close as kids, but we as we got older and seniors, we kind of separated. So we kind of just recently tapped back in with each other, and then we ever since the interview, we ain't never looked back. So we've been tearing Chicago up in the streets.
Because he definitely got He definitely got Indiana on the chokehold out there.
Nah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? He definitely doing his thing out there, and I'm really proud of him. I'm really proud.
We was just on Windy City too.
Yeah,
this past weekend.
Oh yeah, he definitely was.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to talk to him. Like, how the hell did you swing that?
That's what literally like
that little. I said that little.
Every time he called me, every time he called me, it'd be something new. Every time he called me, he'd be something new. He'd be like, "Hey, guess what? We just got booked for Windy City." I'd be like, "What? When? How? Like where? Like?" Yeah. I'd be like, "All right, I'll just be going along with it." Yeah, he be in. I cannot complain.
Yeah, that's what's happening, man. So are you on the radio? Do you have a segment, or do you just with them over there?
Yeah, I'm the producer for mainstream radio. So okay. I just like my job is really just to really get everything situated. Like line people up for getting them in to get interviews. Okay. I'm starting to tap in with the music part of it. I'm still working on that. So, but. I like to learn new things. I don't like to just stay in one box. Gotcha. I don't like to just when people see me. I don't want them to just be like, "Oh, that's Bobby the actor." I'd be like, "No, I do a lot of other stuff."
To even go into this dream, it is they have this word of struggling actor. Yeah. You know what I mean? So how does that play into your actual life, 9 to 5, getting fresh and, you know what I'm saying, buying things for yourself and like how does that work? What do you do as far as 9 to 5 or is it straight actor money?
No, this is a full-time job, man. This is me. I'm very confident. I'm very passionate that like everything that I'm going to do, this is going to be even more full-time, I don't really settle myself for less. Like people. When people say you need a plan B to fall back on.
I was just about to say that. Do you got one?
No,
it's just it.
My plan B is my plan A.
Drew, that's good, ain't it? That's good because most people feel like you gotta find. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna even sit here and lie to you, bro. I don't have that. Because I have other responsibilities as far as with kids and things like that.
Yeah,
so
which is to be
I have, what I'm saying? I feel like, okay, cool, I can do this to fund the dream and also make the dream still work while the dream is making money while I'm dreaming. You know what I'm saying?
And see, I don't even really, me personally, I don't even take it offensive, but it's like I don't look at my career is a dream. It's a reality,
Ooh. He got bars. Go ahead.
Cause this is me. So it's in my veins. It's in my blood. It's in the way I walk. Like I'm not ashamed to. If people ask me, "Oh, what you do?" I'm an actor. I'm proud as hell to say that out loud. Cause this is me. I'm not ashamed to portray it. I'm not ashamed to promote it. Even if it's a role that's not even paid, I don't care. Cause at the end of the day, I'm doing me. And the thing is about me, man, I'm a hustler. So it's like I'm gonna find a way to get where I need to be. It's just time of planning it and really doing it the right way. I don't like to rush into anything. I like to take my time to do everything that I'm doing. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to look unprofessional. You don't want to look like you don't know what you're doing, and you don't want to look like, as far as like for me, since I'm signed with like agencies and stuff like that, you gotta be the businessman. Yeah. To everything you do, everything is business related. Everything. Because like even with an agency, since I'm signed, like it's still money being invested into me. They didn't, and it's real. People, especially in this business, you need an agent. Honestly, well, people say you need an agent. Honestly, you can do it without, but an agent, it helps. Yeah. Because they have the sources to get you in the doors.
Yeah, they got certain ways to get you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But you could do it by yourself, personally. And for a long time, keep in mind, I'm just now getting an agent. And I started back in 2016. We're in 2024. And I've been doing it. I've been getting all these, like, from then to 2023. Everything that I've got it by myself.
But how is it lucrative lucrative for you that you are with an agency now? Like, have they put you in a position to where you can actually make money?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And plus, I don't just make like money through just that, because I do, on the radio station, I modeling, and then sometimes I do other events, like I go talk to like children. At schools they host events where I go talk to them, just either promoting something about me, or just I'm not even really promoting, but just talking to them, how my story, how I got into acting, or which is I'm doing more stuff like that when I'm not like filming nothing, because at the end of the day it's not even really about like the money. It's just more of like me trying to help people to achieve their goals, to achieve what they want to do. I rather do that than anything in the world. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. That's fire, man. Getting down to the actual, roles, and actually going for an hearsay of, the movies that you want to get into. Like, what are some of the people that you actually see that's even in the industry now, or people that you look at like, man, I want to play that role, or I want to actually mirror him or mirror his or her career? Like, who are some of the people that you actually look at to where it gives you a little bit more motivation to like go there?
Yeah, so I don't know if you watch Power.
Yeah. Which Power though? Which Power?
Well, all of them.
Okay.
But specifically, the one I'm about to say is Ghost.
Yeah, Mari Harvey.
Well, him, but the second Ghost. The Tariq,
his son.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Him's Michael Rainey.
Yes.
Michael Rainey Jr.
Yes.
Him is what kind of like watching him perform, and considering we're both around the same age, we both dang near have the same lifestyle. It's just he up there more than me at the moment.
Yeah,
but he
had to start somewhere too.
Yeah, for sure. But he bring, like, every time I see him play Tariq, it's like I could play that. I for real could play that. Especially since I come from it, I'm around it, I see it, I witness it, and watching him, it brings that spark out of me. Be like, yeah, I need to turn the hell up. Like, let's go, for sure. But like him, for sure, is like, cause I watched a lot of Power.
Me too.
And that's
sometimes
literally,
I have to go back.
And that's
make sure
literally,
I ain't miss nothing.
that's literally on my to-do list on getting on Power.
Okay.
Like I'm stay speaking that into existence.
Let's shoot this to the stars.
Yeah.
50.
Yeah, so 50, if you watching
50. Oh no, we're gonna clip this.
Yeah.
We're gonna clip this. I'm gonna make it a clip. We're gonna make sure you tag. We're gonna tell everybody to tag.
Where the camera at?
You right here. This is you.
50.
Huh?
If you watch, listen.
Huh? Talk to him.
Curtis Jackson.
Get into your bag.
Holla at me. I ain't playing either.
Everybody need a chance. Everybody
Come on now.
Shot.
Be like Tyler Perry. Throw them rolls out.
Yeah.
Throw them rolls out.
Come
to
on.
us.
Go ahead and get Tyler. Get Tyler in there too.
Yeah, Tyler in there too. He in there too. For sure.
Question though, this is a good thing. I'm actually I'm glad that you said that. Do you feel like you have to get out of this city to actually start touching some of them roles? Because Tyler down there in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, and up there, New York, New Jersey, that's where they film a lot there. You know what I'm saying? Or even LA, that's where a lot of opportunities that they say that's where it is. But
yeah, they say.
You know what I'm saying? They say that. You know what I mean? But
and I hear and I hear a lot about LA, but I would never go to LA. I wouldn't move there.
And they're starting to do a lot of filming and bringing things to Chicago, The Chi and things like that. So
but to answer your question, yeah, I think, and you know what's funny? Because I used to live in Atlanta. I used to go to school out there.
I love Atlanta.
I love it.
Love Atlanta.
I love it. And that was
a lot of things.
Yeah, I know.
There's a lot of people in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That I love.
People try to.
You heard the passion. I tried to get into my actor bag. You know what I mean? But go ahead, bro.
I like it. I mess with it.
You see it?
I
see the passion?
I see the effort there.
I almost had the smoky eyes on me. That's a lot of love. Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
But I honestly think that, because I honestly did it. You know what I'm saying? When I moved to Texas. Because I went to school out there, and then I felt like at that time I literally had to leave to get my career started, which is what I did. when I moved to Texas, that's when I went to school out there. And then ironically, that's how I end up booking Line 'Em Up.
Okay.
And the other show with the same company.
Okay.
And I did a lot of modeling stuff out there, and then that's when I came back out here, and I wanted to do the same thing that I did out there here. And back to the Atlanta part, because I was planning on going to Atlanta. I still am. I'm this for disclosure. I still am planning to go to Atlanta to do the same thing. This is the thing, and you're the first person to notice. I plan to not move to every state, but I plan to literally go to every state and do something in every state.
No, I feel that. That's not crazy, because I'm even with my show, or whether I travel or whether I host an event or things like that. That's a goal for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? To hit every city. So like even with concerts and things like that, they say, man, hey, we need an opener. We need a, you know what I'm saying? We need a hype man out there to get the crowd. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. It. So like Texas, I kind of gave it a little. I kind of did what I needed to do in Texas. Mm-hmm. So I left, and then I came back out here, and so I definitely created. At this point, and now I definitely created a decent amount of buzz, but I still ain't done. I'm still not done on the Chicago yet. I still want to tap in a little more stuff before my time to exit, because the goal is to get the hell up out of here for sure. I definitely plan to, but that's my dream place I want to live, is in the A. When I went to school, I always loved it. When I went to school out there, I loved the environment, and it was like, especially in my career, that's like the second best place to be. You know, everybody say go to LA, but I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to do what Bobby want to do. I want to be on my own wave. So that's why I'm going. So
in the midst of you moving, you jumping, and you know, even while the dream is, you know, the dream and, you know, the reality is actually kicking in, what is the family saying about this? What is, you know, how mom's keeping tab on you, you know, things like that? And is
my
that
mom,
getting better?
She wants me to do everything I want to do.
Is the relationship better now?
Yeah, it definitely is.
Now that you're older?
Yeah, as I've gotten older, it's been a lot of extra stuff after that. It's went down between us, but the thing is, man, I don't holding grudges ain't gonna do nothing good for you, man. Cause like it takes you know how much energy you need to have to be mad at a person. Like that energy could have went to something positive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, and for me to be 24 and to learn that already, like, and for me to be a spiritual man, it's like holding grudges. And learning to continue to have that hatred energy on you, it's not gonna do you any good. And I've learned that.
Sure?
I've learned
because
that
as a 36-year-old man, I still hate certain niggas, bro.
I don't hate nobody. The thing is with me, I lose respect for people. I don't hate nobody. That's a great
perspective.
Hating is hate is a strong word. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel that way though.
Hey, you know. I don't know your story. I don't know your situations.
But if you knew the reason why.
I mean, for sure, I probably. But still, hating a person is a very powerful word to use.
You can learn something from everybody. So I'm taking it in. I'm taking this in.
I feel like not liking a person is the best way to speak it, but saying the word hating, like that's like me saying, like I could say to your face, be like, I hate you, but deep down you can never know how that can make, like I wouldn't know how would that make you feel. You know what I'm saying? Because words do affect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, words affect people.
Words affect people. So like me personally, it's a lot of people that I don't like. And there's a lot of people that has done stuff to me that I just lost respect. Me personally, if I lost respect, I just remove
remove yourself.
Yeah, remove it. Remove it for
Right.
sure.
I remove myself and still continue to hate niggas at the same time.
Because see, the thing is though,
Joe, I don't think.
No, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying,
and I love the positivity, bro. And this is the thing is, I'm so glad that you're not impressionable. You know what I'm saying? If that's even a word, you're not that honed into what I'm saying, because I can take over. I know I have a big aura sometimes, so I can actually take over and say this is what I feel, and people will be like, yeah, well, you know, I kind of feel that way too. But you like, no, that's not it.
It's just I don't
like that.
I don't allow people to get me out my characters. Cause like, and a lot of people
said that, and I'm seeing it.
And a lot of people has loved to try to like get me out my character, try to talk crap about me on social media or to my face, and it's like I just be looking at them with a straight face and be like, because at the end of the day, bro, you can't break this, you can't stop this train that I'm on. You know what I'm saying? Only person that's gonna stop it is me, and I'll be damned to stop it.
I love that.
And and the thing is though, I'm gonna keep striving, because it's like, you know, people still hate on me now and still be tapped in with me watching, and I know it in my spirit that they mad just watching me achieve greatness. That's the best payback. It's not doing nothing. Just continue to keep doing you, because they gonna be mad regardless.
Niggas counted me out, Dro. They counted me out, Dro. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
I'm still here, still
because at the end of the day, see,
still looking good.
The way I look
but
at it
I still
is,
say fuck them, Dro.
the way I look at it is, it's like if you be on the same level that they on, you know better from them.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
like if they being immature, and then you go back and forth, you're the same immature individual, because you allowed it to affect you, and then you doing it back. So like me not responding or me not even paying attention to it, it's pissing you off even more.
Yeah, because
I'm not giving you the attention that you want, and you're not gonna get that from me. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it. Cause like, why? Like, I'm 24, bro. I'm too grown for that. We ain't in high school no more.
I'm 36 and acting immature.
I ain't saying. No, I'm not saying.
I'm saying it. I know you ain't saying it, but yeah, man. Okay.
And at the same time, I'm a professional businessman. You know.
Yes.
I'm all about business. Like all this extra stuff that people be talking about, I ain't got time for that.
No, I agree. Actually, with you, I love that you're on that type of level. You know, they go low. You know, we go high. You know, type of situation. And I do actually respect that about you. So that's very dope, bro. Even let's get into personal. Let's get into, you know, even though we've been personal, but let's get into a little bit softer. Well, a little bit lighter on the personal side. With you being an actor, with you moving and grooving how you do, how is like personal relationships with women? Like, how is that, you know, working for you? Can you tap into emotions with, you know, lady friends and, you know, are you dating? And, you know, what's the ideal woman look like to you? And what are you looking for if you are single, if you're not? Talk to me.
Well, right now I'm just vibing, you know.
I'm
vibing
That's
right now.
That's what you're supposed to say. Go ahead.
But no, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I definitely, you know, dibbled and dabbled over the last, you know, couple of months, couple of years with dating.
How's that going with you actually, with your career and, you know, what you're so driven on? How is that going? And
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like the main focus is my career. So that is what I love to tell up front. I like to be straight up with them. I tell them my intentions. Like, hey, I just want you to know, like, this is first. And yeah. But I keep it. You know, the funny thing is, and a girl actually just said this to me recently, because once she found out what I do, she was like, a lot of people don't take me seriously because once they find out that like I'm an actor, they just be thinking I'm a certain type of way, or I'm always acting, I'm always playing. So like, yeah. They always, so every
they
time
don't know if what's real, what's not.
They don't never really like understand that like this is Bobby. So like because they think that, like, you know, I'm celebrity, I'm gonna be in that limelight. You know, some people really kind of shut the thought of like me and that other person down because of like what I do and who they see me around, and the potential, like, if it go left, you know, the attention that it may attract, you know, whenever I do blow up, the attention that will come 24/7 on me. So I deal with that, you know, during the times that I've dabbled with women.
Well, the thing is, it's really communication and actually sitting down and having the conversation with them. That is most important. You know what I mean?
Which I've definitely told that many of times.
But it's something. It may be the way. It may be the way that it's conveyed, depending on if it is, you know, in a certain setting or a certain tone. It's not what you say; it's how you say it. Sometimes, but then also, and sometimes you won't actually see that or feel that until another woman is just as driven as you, and then she has the same conversation with you.
Yeah,
and then you will be like, damn, that's what that feel like? That's what that look like on that other end?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then you will be able to actually kind of maybe, you know, move around or something like that. But the thing is that I do want to actually tell you is with life, you have to have balance. So I don't want you to miss. I don't want you to be so driven to where you miss certain things. In life, or certain people in life, or fumble them, because it can be beneficial as well with having your dream, your goals, but also having somebody special to actually rock out with you and actually support you with it as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't want you to miss that, because that could be a very pivotal moment in your life. And when you go back to look for somebody to champion with, everybody just like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I want you to have balance with that. So I don't want you to, don't miss that part, bro. Don't miss that part, because that's a very important part in your life of who you decide to lock in with, because a good woman can, you know, level you up.
Yeah, definitely.
A good woman can actually, you know what I'm saying, add on to your success. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, don't miss that part.
No, I
bro.
definitely hear you for sure. I just like, I feel like the right woman will come at the right time. You know, I'm not really like vividly like forcefully looking for you know, that, because I feel like if you do that, you ain't gonna
don't look for it. It's gonna come straight to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, I'm taking literally just in life right now, I'm taking literally day by day, you know, as it comes along.
I love it.
You know, I'm not really in a rush to anything. I'm not in a rush to like hop in, you know, so much into like certain stuff in my life at the moment. It's, you know, I'm just taking it one day at a time, man. I'm not looking too ahead in the future, but I'm looking close enough to, you know, map out where I want my life to go towards, you know what I'm saying?
I love that. What is some of the things that you got coming up before we get ready to wrap up? What are some of the things that you got coming up? What are some of the things that you're, you know, striving towards, other than, you know, Power 50, you heard them? What is, like, things like that? But then also, what is the 2 to 3 year plan? You know what I'm saying? What does that look like, since you mapped it out? Like, what does that actually look for you?
2 to 3. So we're in the year 2024. We'll say 3. So 2027, I'll be 27 at that, God's willing.
You make it.
Close to 30. I see myself, honestly, I just see myself more maturely adapt to myself, more comfortable, more confident. Obviously more successful into my career.
Yes.
I definitely see myself in Atlanta at that time for sure.
Okay. Please go.
And honestly, I just see myself like just doing a lot of more really with the community, you know, like giving back, you know, giving to children, you know, whether if it's to giving back to like the holidays or Thanksgiving, Christmas, or even just to speak to young kids, you know, about something that they go through in their lives, or whether if it's something that they're trying to be tapped into the music, acting business. I definitely I just see myself to be more of a positive light to other people. You know, I love to just be a blessing to others. You know, I feel like because, you know, we in this world, we're on this earth for one time. We don't get no do-overs. So I just want to leave a legacy.
True.
You know, for the people behind. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, because when it's time when the end of the clock tick, you know, when it's time to go home upstairs, you know, I just want people to really understand who is Bobby Dixon and what he loved to do and what he represent.
Yeah.
So yeah,
definitely want to be a staple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I definitely understand what you're saying as far as with, you know, we only get one time, many opportunities, especially if we're aligned with them to grab them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We actually take them, but that one time that, you know, that life that you get, I want you to live it. You know what I'm saying? Live it, but also keep that balance.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Also, you know, still stay aligned, mend whatever you need to mend. If you do have any odds or anything like that, just try to look at different perspectives of how people look at it, how they grew up, just like you grew up, and then just try to see what's on the other side or look at that perspective, because I look at it as life is nothing but perspectives. It's just way how you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all it like. That's really life is, and also it's whatever you make it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So, man, tell everybody how they can get in touch with you, man. Everything that you got coming up, and boom.
Yeah. So again, my name is Bobby Dixon III. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. All the same name at King Bob, spelled KVNGBOB.
Mm-hmm.
I just finished a play just recently called Waiting for Lefty, and I actually have a new film that I'm working on. Can't really give all the details about it.
Don't get to them
so much, but just stay tapped in with me on social media. You'll find out more about that. But most recent thing that will be coming out this spring is a short mini series, two series that I'm in by the same entertainment, Googly Entertainment. First one is called Line 'Em Up, and the second one is called Consequences. So just stay tuned, cause listen, it's gonna be wicked when you get on that TV. So, but yeah, just stay tapped in. It's gonna be like on Tubi, Amazon Prime. It's gonna be on something else, but I can't think of the other one. But it's for sure those two. But so yeah, just stay tuned in for that.
Hey, I like it, my brother. I appreciate you. Y'all already know how y'all can get in touch with me, man. Official Gotti Woods. I did change my name on Instagram, you know, just because I had to drop the young, because I'm not young. He's young, but I'm not young. You know what I mean? So I had to kind of drop it.
You young in spirit.
You feel me? I'm young. Hey, that's what a young nigga would say. That's what he would say, right? That's how you make me feel good, pacify me just a little bit. I caught that. I'm still a quick nigga. You know what I mean? But hey, man, y'all already know how to get in contact with me, man. Hit the Instagram, hit the DM. You know, I host your event 87 at Gmail. Y'all can get in contact. That's the business email, so lock in with me. That's really else what's going on, man. I do have something special coming locked in for artists, you know what I mean? Something special that I'm working with. Shout out to my girl Lil Keisha. You know, not only is she a dope artist, that's somebody I'm really working with, that we finna get ready to get busy on, you know, her music and her project. So, you know, y'all look out for that. Lil Keisha was at it. And hey, you know, it's finna get ready to go up, man. It's still a, you know, we still going into the second quarter of the year. Second quarter is it? Because we got out of the first, so it's about the end of the second
about
quarter.
To be March.
Yeah, so we finna get ready to go into that, and you know, finna get ready to turn up, man, so we can, you know, get more money, more blessings, and hey, that's what it is. So y'all lock in. Hey, thank you, brother.
No problem.
Bobby Dixon III. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time, and I can't wait till they see you, and I can't wait to see you on the big screen, and it's gonna be up. Hey, man,
Yes,
Dro Evian Studios. I appreciate you, bro. You know, my man Dro on the side. I ain't seen him in a minute, but I'm glad that you was my engineer, because the show wouldn't be shit without you. Appreciate you, man. Y'all lock in with me, man. We did another one. My man Bobby Dixon the third. We out of here. Yeah.
Gotti, hard body, Gotti's world, we some mob bosses. Tune in, don't just come across. We do it all, y'all just for the talk. Might lose your mind when you hear these topics, no cap, think about it. Who you know going this hard, all real, always think about it. Best interviews, who is this? We don't do this, that entrepreneurship. Come and link, join the viewership. Education, relationships, businesses, view the clips. This the Midwest takeover, going overtime to invent on focus. Bringing guests in from all over, whole lot of game, we don't need a closer. Gotti, hard body, Gotti's world, we some mob bosses. Turn them L's to lessons, we don't do the losses. Dedication daily, ain't no other options. Booking up these slots on every show we plotting. Pull up a chair, make sure you watching. Subscribe, get them notifications popping. Pull up all the champagne, we gon' get it poppin'.